Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome to the live stream today. My name is Malal. Thank you guys for tuning in today. We have an exciting Derp Coffee today, but first, as always, we're gonna chill and have a little fun and just kind of talk about some of the things that are happening with Derps and with NFTs this morning. And man, Smokey is in the house. It's gonna be a good morning. Welcome, Smokey. Welcome everybody to the stream. Goma, welcome, my friend. Lights. Millie finally was able to make it, dude. Welcome, Millie. I appreciate you tuning in. High Wind, and I think it's Flacco. This is Flacco. Welcome, guys. Welcome, Code Tricks. Appreciate you guys tuning in. We're gonna talk about some derps first because a lot of stuff happened the last couple of days. So yeah, we're gonna get started on that. And any questions you guys have or anything you want to discuss, but then we'll switch, man. Once it gets close to 10, we'll switch and be talking about alley cats and whenever we start the Twitter space. But man, it's been. Let me turn this music down just a tad. It's a little loud in my ears. It's been an exciting couple of days, man. We had a lull. No, it's Patrick. Okay. We had a little. I guess not a lull, but like just a slowdown because it's in between certain announcements or in between certain things that are being done and with derps, and it always happens. It happens every time. We'll have an announcement or have some kind of something happen, right? Or a whale buying in or someone talking about derps or whatever it is, it would go up, and then after that news kind of dies down, people that bought on the way up or people that have been holding for a while and see that we're at a certain price starts to list, taking profits is fine, and then kind of settle back down to a good level, and we settled down pretty far this time, but man, once that news came out, more people started buying in. Mainly there was one person that knew, like he's like, I'm gonna get in before things go up, and he timed it perfectly. He was able to buy a good handful of derps before the announcement for partnership. Dude, what trait is the piercing in the eye on them 2.0 sneak peek? Okay, so here's something I noticed, right? So you noticed how there was a tattoo on the buff, right? I don't think it's a certain trait, because there's no tattoos on the buffs, right? There's like scars and stuff, but I think what this is and what that piercing is like, and even Cosmo, I'll show you. Even Cosmo said this. I think it's alternate traits. What? Oh, I gotta close my Discord. Hold on. Let me do this. Sometimes my Discord acts up, and I'm gonna close it for now. And I can't search stuff, but so I'm just doing this now because. So Cosmo had talked about alternate traits, right? He had messaged me after I had sent him, not messaged me, but like responded to a comment I had in general. It's still not working. Crap. Let me look up alternate traits. Yes, here. So Cosmo said he's talking about. I was asking about 2.0, and then he said, we're gonna have an F ton of fun with the alternate trait. So my imagination is that little ring piercing in the eye is an alternate trait. I would think it. I don't know which one it would go on, or like which eye trait it would go with. That I don't know, but I think it's an alternate trait for an archetype trait, right? There's a tattoo on the eye. Yeah, there's the Viking has the tattoo, but that's part of the Viking eye. Oh, there is the other tattoo, right? Yeah, the there's like numbers. let's see where, man, I wish my search function worked properly. Why isn't it working? I don't know. The video, where's the video? Let's see. Yeah, none of the search functions working. I don't know why, but anyway, the video has like a little eye tattoo as well. So I think that's all alternate traits. Yo, what's up, JK? How you doing? Welcome, guys. Welcome. Man, this thing is, I love it. Look at that, man. Cosmo's talented, bro. He's talented as far as like the way things look, right? But his colors, the combinations of his colors and the way he does colors is, and that's why like I'm excited for Pred, because there's a certain range that he has to work with derps, right? He has to capture the OG derps in a certain way, correct? So he doesn't have as much artistic freedom in that realm, because OGs is such a recognizable look, and so he wants it, you want to keep it good and true to what it is. But man, I'm excited for Pred, because this is not necessarily the case for Pred. Pred is more, he can be a little bit more, have a little bit more freedom as far as what he does. Also, none of the backgrounds are different in Pred, right? And that's most likely because in the future we'll have those backgrounds as like a ranking or another trait for Pred. But man, what he can do with the colors for Pred, and the way they look, dude, I'm excited for it. More than derps, honestly. Derps is cool, but it has to stay. I'm excited to see Cosmo like release his artistic freedom on Preds, right? And to see what he can do with it, because I think there's a lot more movement and more range he can do with Preds. How that money spent on gaming, dude, it happens sometimes. I think I have to restart my computer every once in a while, but Discord messes up like that. Usually I can hit the search function and do properly what I want to do, but for whatever reason, I mean I even closed it out properly and it still didn't do it. So whatever. Can't even, yeah, Curly said it true. Can't even imagine. How you guys doing this morning? Y'all doing all right? How's everybody doing? How's your Saturday? Driving to Calgary in the snow. Oh yeah, it is pouring outside. It was nice. I slept in a little bit longer than usual, because it was raining outside and you can hear the rain falling on the roof and hitting the trees and stuff. So I slept in a little bit. You can kind of see in my eyes I'm still waking up, right? Why not Twitter Space? Man, Alex has been here for how long, and he doesn't know that I start this before the Twitter Space. The space starts at 10. I don't know if I put that in the event. Probably not. Did I say? Yeah, well, on the Twitter Space itself, it shows that I'm starting at 10. But yeah, I usually do this before just to hang out. Working again per the norm. Dang, man. What kind of stuff do you do, Goma, if you don't mind me asking? Thank you, JK. Appreciate you sharing. Dude, guys, if you want, I have a feeling there's going to be a big audience today, right? I saw the numbers on Katz Twitter Space from yesterday. I had a decent amount of people listening in, some big names listening in. Guys, feel free to share the Twitter Space link, this link as well. People can come in here. I think I have the Twitter link linked. Do I have it linked? Let me link it. Actually, let me. Oh, rookie mistake. I'm just gonna link it and just post it as a pinned message. Hold on. So people that come in here, there we go. So people that come here, if they come in here early. So yeah, what I was saying is, if feel free to share it and everything. I have a feeling that it could be a pretty big space. People are excited about this project coming up, and I am too. And man, if you share and like and comment and retweet and all that stuff, it helps. It helps. It really does. Some people may not ever see my tweets, but because you retweet or something, they're following you and they see it, and then they're able to know. So it helps. It really does. Is this a space going to be like an AMA? Because I have one question I forgot to ask yesterday. So I was wondering if you can maybe ask them about one-on-ones. Like, will there be maybe LA related ones? Sorry, your message was so long it got cut off. Maka, yeah, it's going to be like an AMA. First, it's going to be like an interview style. I'll be asking them questions ahead of time and just for like the first portion, and then I usually open it up the space to questions. But just remind me if you're watching the space, if you're watching, if you're not able to ask in the Twitter space, right? So Twitter is mobile, and some people aren't able to get on their mobile and talk, or maybe they don't want to talk or ask questions, or shy or whatever. If you're here in YouTube and you put this question in chat, I'll be sure to relay that for people that don't want to ask on voice or whatever. So your questions basically, are they going to have one-of-ones and like LA related ones? I imagine they throw some local stuff in there, you know. Man, I hope you get some whitelist reviewers. Man, that'd be cool. That really would be cool. I didn't ask him about that. Maybe I'll throw it out there live, put him on the spot. We'll see. I'm almost oh, why you remove your question? I didn't see it. What's up, Osai? Morning. How you guys doing? You are a calibration tech. You work on high-end electronics. Wow, interesting. What's the deal with them cats? I like the art better than all the other cats I see, but their logo looks like a Dorito brand. Oh, that's funny. I never heard that before. Yeah, that's funny. But their logo is recognizable, right? Like, that's, you associate it with something else, which is smart. Like, it's like the Derp brand, like the beak, this perfect circle face in the beak. Like, it's just boom. When you see that, you know it's Derps. This is something else. Like, you know, when you see this, you'll think of Alley Cats. I think they'll be a decent project in the space. I'm excited to talk to them today. I don't know anything about them, right? I try to stay away from listening to the Twitter spaces they did, and kind of am fresh on look at this. This is cool. There, see, like the little branding logo, like, it's cool. I like it. I tried to stay away from it all, right? So I want to go in fresh, learning. It's not Doritos, it's the Pontiac logo with whiskers. Let's look it up. Hold on. This. That's funny. Hey, it has a little bit of, I like it, and I like the like the grunge look to things, like the alley cat, like the I don't know, like the street gang or whatever. I don't know. It's I'm excited to learn why they chose and the style and the vibe and stuff. So yesterday's space made me super bullish. Awesome. I do want to listen to it, but I'm gonna listen to it after. I didn't want to go in with any knowledge ahead of time. I want to go in fresh, ask them questions. A lot of these questions I ask might be something they already answered in the last space, but that's cool because a lot of people that are tuning into this space may have not heard the one from yesterday. So yo, what's up, Coobies? How you guys doing? I got 15 minutes. We're good. We're chilling. We're chilling. We're chilling. Of course. Look, I go into Derp Discord, and this is what I see. Right? Pontiac Katz. Pontiac Katz. The background music got me like. I like this. I never used this one yet. Freaking Flocker with his gifs. Or some people like to say gifs. Or gifs. Pouring outside. It's pouring, raining cats and derps. How much money you got to show, Cats? Zero. Zero. No, I'm excited. I reached out to them after I heard about the partnership with Derps. I messaged them, and I was just like, I'm gonna shoot them a shot, see if they want to get on the Twitter space. I know they hadn't done it yet. Like, I know they hadn't had any public forum yet, just kind of Twitter. And so I was like, man, it'd be cool to have them on first. Unfortunately, they did a Twitter space yesterday. It's all good, but they already were in talks with that person. And so when I saw them, they started making posts about, not influencers, but reaching out to people and doing Twitter spaces. I think I had messaged them like either before that or right after that. But they responded. They were like, yeah, sure, let's get it done. And I was like, okay, like I do stuff on Saturdays. They're like, yeah, we're down for this Saturday. And I was like, wait, this Saturday? I was like, yeah. I was like, okay. Like, I wasn't expecting. I thought they needed a little bit of time to manage. But man, I'm excited to be able to do this today. To have a new project. I usually talk about derps or talk about established projects. So to be able to talk about a new project is going to be fun. Kind of get it's different. You're learning ahead of time, and it's not like after the fact. Like, okay, this is how Mint went. This is what they're doing. They're a few months down the road, like, and so it's going to be different. And I'm excited for the Mint. From what I heard, JK had told me, there's a lot of people that are ready to like mint this thing. So oh, come on. How do you block? I don't understand people's dang, these guys are West Coast, they must be barely awake. Yeah, they're it's early for them. It's 8 a.m. Hey, get up and grind. Get up and grind. This is hideous. Absolutely hideous. Where are the hot girls? Obviously the hot girls are on a site that will steal all your NFTs. Who did that? Derper T, I think, did this, or somebody did that. That's funny. I will probably be catching the recording space. Can you ask on my behalf their team background and how they are hiring for Plutusef's going, if they can share future plans? Yeah. There's stuff. I realize, like, them talking about hiring mods and hiring a dev is interesting. Like, they're not like messing around. Like, it's not just like, oh, hey, we're doing all ourselves. Like, they're investing into teams, and that makes me aware that they possibly have a lot of plans ready. So From the I listened to just a little bit, right, of the space, and from what I listened to, they sound younger, but they sound very, I wouldn't say, I guess the word well educated. They just sound like they have it together, right? And so I'm excited to see what they say about all that. Yeah, it's gonna be sold out instant. Think or mob. It yes, I think so. It really depends on timing, like everything else, right? Sometimes mints, like it really depends. Like sometimes you hit the perfect time to mint something. Sometimes it's the worst time. Like some projects launched, like for example, I was talking to Tavern Squad last week. They launched at the same day that Equine or Equine launched, and Equine was going for 250 for their bundles, right? Imagine if they had launched like after, waited a week and did it after, you know. I think that it would have been a lot different for them, right? It just all depends on timing. So yeah. But I think they have a brand. They have a brand. They have organic growth, community. I mean, look at their tweets. They just posted this 8 minutes ago, and they have interaction. Like boom, like it's interesting, right? I like this their style, really, the way they do things, and not to mention the way that they're doing the Discord. Like it was like a puzzle. They already like started doing that. Like someone it reminds me of like how Maladorder did their Discord and everything. Theirs was a little bit more like exclusive or whatever. This was more like a fun, like, hey, if you can figure it out, you get in kind of thing. So I know their backgrounds because I did research. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm excited to learn about them too, guys. Before we start, we're starting in like 9 minutes. Let me get my let me get this up and running, because this is the only way I can talk on Twitter Space on this desktop. Dude, derps, man. Yesterday was exciting to learn about the 10 partners. You know, there's people that come in and are like, man, it's not fair that I have to have an OG derp to partner state. It's kind of like, man, this utility is free. Like, you don't have to participate in it, right? But it's something that the team is providing, and it's an extra, right? It's not, you're not forced to buy an OG derp. You don't have to. It's fine. It'd be awesome if you did, because you'd realize that, you know, the team that you're investing into the ecosystem is building and is gonna go places. It's a win-win for you, but you're not forced to, right? And so like it's been a weird dynamic of like people saying like, oh, this is exciting, I can't wait, and then people saying, oh, I can't believe I have to get an OG derp to stake. It's just like, it's one of those weird things that you have to like, what do you say to that, right? It's funny. What's up, Dustin? How you doing? Good morning. Let me get on my my feed so I can start it. Why is this? Okay, here we go. All right, I got 7 minutes. All these are going to be on YouTube. This is the funny thing. Like, people go back and watch this and be like, what the heck is this Discord? Why are these guys? Yeah. It's funny. Oh. He finally connected his wallet. That's awesome. Let's see. Tweets. Oh, yeah. Let's go. Oh, yeah, he just shared like that. Let me check Twitter real quick. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Thank you guys for sharing. Thank you, Quater, for retweeting. Slumber, thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. What is? Yes, appreciate you guys for sharing and sharing the stream and the space and everything. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna try to not talk as much because I can already feel my voice kind of going. All the coffee's gone. I should probably make me another pot, but I don't got time. Yo, Fadactyl. Thank you. Appreciate you. Guys, thank y'all so much. This has been fun. It's been I've been enjoying doing just kind of different. Like yes, we talk about derps, and yeah, I'm associated with derps and I'm a holder. I'm not associated with the team, but I'm a holder. And so it's been fun to talk about them, but it's also been fun to kind of like DJ in a little bit and talk about other projects that I'm looking forward to and that are established and that kind of thing. This is the first one though, like I'm getting in, I'm looking at early, right? I usually don't get into projects unless like I know the team is doxed. I know that they're building. I know that it's not just a hype project. Like they're building something for the future, right? And from what I've seen, there's potential here for them, and I'll find out today whether it's something that I want to be a part of or not. I think I definitely will mint. It just depends on if today rides on like, if I'm gonna hold long term or if I'll try to hold short term. We'll see. I like to be completely honest like that, right? I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm all in for this, and I don't even know anything about the project, right? I'm not gonna be like that. I'm gonna be realistic. So I'm excited about the space today. Oh snap. Let's go, baby. 5 more minutes. Welcome everybody. If you're just tuning in now, welcome to the stream. This is a little pre-game to the Twitter space. We'll continue this stream during the Twitter space. So if you don't want to ask questions on audio on the Twitter space and you want to ask here, I'll see it here and I'll bring up your question to them on the Twitter space, right? Dang. See, look at this interaction. They just posted this thing and look at this, man. They're like, it's they have some hype behind them. I'm gonna go as a guest and mute myself as a speaker. Okay. Check Discord. Oh my gosh, you. Slumber. All right. I shouldn't have checked Discord. I knew it. I thought maybe it was like something important. Of course not. It's not important. It will help with engagement. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, cool. All right, what time is it? Okay, 3 minutes. We got 3 minutes. We're going to start right at 10. We're going to start right at 10. But dude, this is cool. Like, man, their little thing. People are ready. People are I don't know how many people are here. Let's see. Let's check it. I'm a spy on the. So we got 15 people watching. Awesome. It just spiked up after that tweet though. That's pretty cool. Their Twitter feed will show that I'm a speaker on their home pages. Okay. That's interesting. Oh yeah, because it shows on your, like, it has like the little purple thing around. That's interesting. Yo, Slumber, you changed your did you change your PFP for YouTube? It's an engagement hack. Yo, what's up, Drew Premier? Are you Drew from the Derp Discord, or is this a different Drew? Nah, that's me. Wait, I'm so confused. It's a Drew imposter. Oh my gosh. Well, welcome Drew times two. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for tuning in, man. Appreciate you stopping by. And we are 1 minute from starting. I'm gonna pull this up so I don't miss Drew squared. All right. How much super chat to get you to eat a taco? Wait, there's super chat? I don't have that. I don't have that enabled. I don't, right? That should not be enabled. All right, let's go. We're starting, guys. We're starting. Yo, what is up, everyone? This is Derp and Coffee. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today, we have the special project called Alley Katz for the space today. We're going to learn about this project. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're listening to the recording, thank you for checking it out after the fact. I'm sure you're about to hear some very juicy news and some great information about the project. If you are here on this Twitter space and you want to see the live stream of this space, I am doing it on YouTube, so be sure to check that out. You'll find it on my Twitter page or even on Alley Katz Twitter page. I'm sure the link is there. And also, if you don't want to ask questions over audio here, then make sure to check out the YouTube and you can type in a question there and I'll be able to relay that. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Also, man, hey, y'all retweet, like, comment on this space. Get people in here. Get them excited about learning about Alley Katz. I'm excited. It's a fresh look for me. I don't know anything so far, just very surface level stuff. So I'm excited to learn myself about them. I'm going to approve some speakers here. And then once Alley Katz joins in, we'll get them up on the stage and we'll be talking to them. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. You'll be hearing me periodically saying stuff to YouTube and everything, so don't get confused, right? But yeah, man, it's exciting to be able to have Alley Katz on today. I know you guys have been seeing it on Twitter. I know you guys saw the little puzzle thing for their Discord. If you're one of those people who are lucky enough to figure it out and get in there and you're sitting in the waiting room, then congratulations. Let me get Alley Katz up here. Awesome. Okay, Alley Katz. Hey, welcome. Good morning. I know it's early for you guys, right? You're on the West Coast.
Yes, it is definitely early for us.
Did you have your coffee yet?
Oh, I just got back from coffee shop right now. Just grabbed it in the nick of time, so about halfway through it.
Awesome. I just finished mine. I couldn't wait. I had to finish it all.
Get the adrenaline going, right?
Yeah, sometimes, man, it's funny. In the past, I've done Derp and Coffees and I've drank coffee, and it kind of has the opposite effect on me. Like, I have so much caffeine, or my brain's going, that I forget how to say things or words for things. So it's people make jokes like, man, you shouldn't have drank your coffee today, because it's like the opposite on me. But anyway, welcome, guys. Thank you for allowing me to host you guys on the Twitter space. I was excited whenever y'all responded, and I was like, dang, this is cool. Like, this is the first time I do a space for a project that hasn't launched yet and that is coming up. And man, you guys have been killing it with Twitter engagement and interaction. Like, just 5 minutes ago, you guys posted, kind of shared my tweet, and immediately I was getting my notification page just like filled up with notifications because people commenting and the interaction is great. I love it. How you guys doing this morning? You doing all right?
Good.
Doing great.
Yeah, I guess yesterday it was Taylor on the Alley Katz account. So today is Tyler. My personal account isn't in here, but it's Tyler LB on this account. But no, about what you said about the engagement, I think that's just a testament to the great community,
Mm-hmm.
especially all the love and support we've seen from the Derp community. So when people like that stuff up, and that's why we like retweeting community members and things like that, because if we can use our platform to spread awareness, because I mean, you're saying thank you to us for having us up here, but really it's thank you for grinding and having this platform to begin with.
Yeah, man, it's exciting. It's pretty cool, and I think it's a testament to Cardano itself. Like the community itself is, man, you don't see that kind of engagement, and I mean, look at all the polls, right? I mean, I know polls are maybe insignificant to some people, but it just kind of gives you an idea of like how much Cardano is just like, you know, we're a community, right? And we are gonna wreck any type of poll or any type of engagement that you throw at us, and like it's really cool to see that engagement for you guys before anything, right? Like you guys haven't opened your Discord yet. You kind of had like the little puzzle game and people in the waiting room waiting for the Discord to open, but you just kind of been putting out just tweets here and there, showing a little sneak peek here and there of the art, and you know, the logo, or I guess the brand, Join the Destruction. It's been cool. I like the mysteriousness of it, and you can see that other people like it as well. Like it's been exciting to see you guys have that engagement on Twitter, and I am excited to learn about you guys today. I really am. Like I said, I don't know much. It's just surface level stuff. So we'll get into like the interview, I guess, in a way, and then later on we'll open it up to questions from the people listening. And yeah, that's so you said your name is Tyler, or there's Tyler and Taylor?
Yeah, we're twins.
Twins.
So
Oh,
I'm
nice.
Tyler. He's
Awesome.
Taylor. That's
Cool. That's really cool. So brothers, working on a project together. How is that? How's that dynamic?
I would say the project's not easy, but working with each other is, because it's the founders are, well, Taylor's the founder, and then you have me, a co-founder, and our other boy Dop, or Chris, who's a co-founder, who does I help him with a lot of overseeing the art and stuff. But our dynamic is perfect in a way, in the sense of we know how to work with each other, because we've known each other since, like, I don't have a year, but whatever year Call of Duty like Black Ops 2 came out, because we actually met there on Xbox 360, like those days, and then we kept our friendship all through the different Call of Duties and the different games. And so also, I guess, a preview of why gaming's so important to us.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, the times, the Call of Duty, Halo, those squads that you had, and you talk like those kind of bonds and relationships in gaming, like you stick with those people throughout your life. It's weird. It's a really weird dynamic, but like those people that you play those games with, and like you're, I guess, in a way in the trenches with, it's like, it's so funny how like much you like just, I don't know, it's like a brotherhood, and it's weird in a way, but it's true. Like the people I've played video games with, I stick with, right?
Yeah, no, it is like a brotherhood, because
You're like, where?
I think he's unmuted.
Yeah, Slumber, what you doing, dude?
It's fine. It is like a brotherhood for sure. And I think only gamers really know that, right? Because the Halo 3 days and the Call of Duty Black Ops days and the younger Call of Duty days, like, it was a lot more community based, so you met a lot more people. So
yeah, so okay, let's jump into it. Let's get down to the nitty gritty, right? How when did you guys start the project, and like what's your background? Like how did you join the NFT space? Like where'd you start? And let's kind of just go from there.
I'll let Taylor start on that one, because he brought us into the NFT space.
Okay.
So
Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name's Taylor. I'm the founder of Alley Katz, along with the co-founder Tyler and Chris. So the way we started is I started in Cardano early 2020. when it was like 1 cent or something. I was looking at it and I was listening to Charles on YouTube, and he was rambling on about how this community was going to be great one day, and we're going to have NFTs and we're going to have DEXs and all this stuff. So I started looking into Cardano and dollar cost averaging, and being a software engineer, the way he talked about software was very intriguing to me. Mm-hmm. And so what I did is I started dollar cost averaging, and I knew I wanted to build a platform, right? What we're talking about, this gaming platform. I knew I wanted to build it. So I said I needed money for that. And so when I started dollar cost averaging, got, a good amount of ADA, the price of ADA started going up. The NFT space started coming online. And so I was buying like everything back then, right? I missed the mint for Space Buds, but I did mint Derp. I minted like all the other projects that came out back then. And then I got Chris and my brother on board. I'm like, hey, we have to like get into NFTs. This is the new thing. And they're technologists, so they understood it. And so when we went along and started like purchasing NFTs together and stuff, we were like, hey, NFTs give us the ability to be creative. All three of us like the same things: streetwear, gaming, like degen activities and shit like that, right? So when we got together and started, creating the project, all of the stuff just kind of started flowing naturally. And then, we're here now. There's a lot of in between, but I'll let you get to those questions when you get to them.
Yeah. So when did you guys first like sit down and like, okay, this is like, or for you, when did you like, okay, this is the idea I have, this is what I want to do, let's get working on it?
So the idea came probably summer of 2020 while we were stuck at home with everyone else playing Warzone, right?
Yeah.
So that the idea or the talks started back then, but nothing had ever been put into motion because we were still super early watching the space, trying to understand everything. And that's the one thing I think we did do that I like is we didn't rush into it in a way. We did, but we did, and we kind of sat back and learned from all these different projects and stuff like that. So we started talking about it 2020, and then we actually started doing stuff towards the end of 2020 and working on it. And then 2021 came around and we were already like emails up, working on it, finding artists, finding things like that.
Yeah, it just to kind of touch on what you just said, it's really cool to hear like you didn't like jump just it'd been so easy for someone to be like, especially in 2021 during the bull run and NFT bull run, like it could have been easy for someone to be like, oh, let's hurry up, let's get an NFT project out, we're gonna make some money, like let's get this out as quick as possible, let's not miss our chance. But you guys were like, no, we're gonna sit back and we're gonna watch how things go, and we're going to start building and preparing ahead of time. And it's a testament to not only your maturity, but your just wisdom in that area. Like you're not chasing money, or you're not chasing the hype. Like you want to build something that'll last. And it's really smart to watch the space and see what's going on. And I just kind of thought about that when you were talking. Like it makes sense, and it's really cool to see that you guys did that.
Yeah, and nothing went perfect. Like we had our mistakes, right? So like we had different art before this that we weren't actually willing to pursue like further. So we had to scrap the entire original art because we didn't think that it embodied the Alley Cats the way we wanted to. So we had a Discord open. There were people if you go to the Discord when it opens, you'll see that some of the guys like G and like Cocobana, those guys have been in the Discord for over a year. And it's because we told them like, hey, you guys are welcome to stay, but we're not pushing the product out. We're going to start over. And they freaking stayed for over a year. So it was cool. There were mistakes made, and all we did was, reassess, fix them, and keep going.
So I always like to ask this to different people that I talk to, and just when just in conversation, like what were some of the projects? And this is not in any way for like, you can answer if you want, but I don't know, you're in a kind of a different position whenever you're a dev for a team. But what kind of projects did you guys get into early on? Because y'all have been in the NFT space for a while now, right? So what kind of projects did you guys enjoy participating in early on?
I guess I will start. For me, I think so. We were into a lot of projects early on because I mean that's what everyone was into, right? So the baby aliens, Derp, Clay, stuff like that. But it was more for me key moments in the space. Like I remember early on when everyone was just sending all their ADA to an address.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
remember Dirtbirds being some of the first people to have the website minting. So like I remember that distinctly. I remember we were into clays early. Like I still have it, a blue clay
Oh,
that
nice.
someone offered me like 20 or 30. I forget how much money it was. It was like 20K or a little more for like days after or hours after they minted. And I was, because my brother had obviously brought me into the space, I literally came for the art. And then when I saw all the money involved, now I'm sure I would get wrecked trying to flip because I get emotionally attached to my JPEG. I don't buy them to flip them, honestly. Like I still have my clays, I still have pretty much all my NFTs, and then even for our own project, right? I feel like I'm gonna buy our own stuff as well and just keep them. But yeah, those were definitely two of the bigger projects that I remember being in early. I know Taylor has other stories, more like war stories, but
Yeah, I was around for the Coco Loco days.
Oh,
if
nice.
any of you remember those.
I'm pretty sure about 80% of the people here know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you guys remember when you had to, it feels like old times, right? But in technology, it's really like a year and a half. But remember when you would fill out the Excel sheet, put your address in, and then you would just hope you get an NFT back.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't even remember what I minted back then. So the first one that these guys minted and was interactive, at least, was like my brother said, Derp. So I still have my derps. I still have my butts. I still have my clays. I don't see myself getting rid of them. I stopped flipping a long time ago, back in the if you guys remember the hooligan days.
Yeah.
I stopped flipping a long time ago. I still got baby aliens in my wallet. Like I just, like my brother said, I buy and I hold. I'm just like. And I it sucks because I don't buy as many as I wish I could these days. Like I'm just I'm spending all my money on alley cats, and two, it's just like there's so many projects out there. Like every day there's a new project in fire art. So I just wish I could buy them all.
Yeah, it's hard to keep up for sure. It was cool to hear, like whenever we first heard about you guys and doing the partnering with Derps and for you guys' mint. It was cool to hear that. I didn't know this, that you guys were a part of, like you minted Derps, or that you were here early on. So it was really cool to hear that. And I was like, oh, really? And I just didn't know y'all's names in the Discord. So that's what got me interested. And I started checking out the Twitter page, and I was like, wow, I like the style. I like the look of these.
Wow, I don't. By the way, good morning, guys.
Yeah.
Sure. I don't know if you know, but first of all, I love the Alley Cats team so much. Like we've been talking for 6 months behind the scenes, and like I'm by far their biggest fans. Like everything that you're sort of like realizing right now, I realized on my first call with them. I was like, oh my god, these guys are so patient. They're young, but they're so wise for for their age. But I wanted to say that you're asking about like their early involvement with Dirtbirds. That Dop, the third person on their team, he was actually our first mod for the Dirtbirds Discord. And I don't know how many people remember him from way back then, but yeah, he was one of our first mods. So these guys have been around for a minute.
Awesome. Yeah, I got a message from Dop, and I was like, man, I recognize that name. I just don't know where it's from, because I wasn't in Derps early. I got in like right after the mint, so I just kind of recognized the name. I was like, man, where do I know this from? But yeah, I guess that's what it's from. I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah, that was one of the funny stories. So that's how we actually got connected. It was back when Discord was like the only way projects really communicated, right? And so Dop was one of the first mods, and Dave was like, "Hey, I trust you. You seem pretty cool," because he's an awesome guy, trustworthy guy. He's just always working. You guys will see him in the Discord. We look at Dop as if any of you guys are Spider-Man fans, he's like Ned. He's the dude in the chair, right? He's just he's always working. Like, I'm getting Discord pop-ups from him talking to our artists right now. But anyways, yeah, so him, and he was the mod for Dave's chat one weekend, and the Derp community, he's like, man, these guys are so chill. Like, it was the one community that didn't try to post a fake wallet link back then, right? So they were all mature in a way and kind of just vibed with him, and we were like, dude, you're over the entire Discord right now. And he's like, yeah, but they're chill, they're just making memes and shit. And then so that's how we got connected with Dave. We were like, hey, let's just fire off this message and see if he can help us, and totally broke down any walls. It was just like, yeah, let's chat. You know, obviously he did his vetting on us to protect his community, which rightfully so. We sat there and answered all of his questions, and then after that it was just like smooth sailing collaboration. He's a very intelligent individual and technologist.
Yeah, so okay, go ahead.
I want to say real quick, like, this may be the one and only time, like, history's just been made. Someone called the Derp Birds community mature.
Yeah.
So that's
yeah.
In a way, right?
Yeah. Somebody on YouTube was like, in quotation marks, mature in a way is the best way to describe derps.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's funny. So, okay,
but
let's...
I'll go for it.
Oh, wait, no, go ahead.
No, sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
No, you're fine.
You know, the freaking internet. I will say it is awesome, though, to have these stories from community members, because I think oftentimes new projects spawn so quickly, or at least they look like they spawn so quickly, right? Because no one knows what's going on in the background. They just see new project and they're checking and trying to see if it's a scam. But the fact that we've been here so long, it's almost like a community project, it feels like, because we have so many relationships and interactions and memories with different people in Cardano and on the Cardano community, or in the Cardano community, that it really does feel like it came from the community. And in a way it did, because every one of the people who have a platform and who tweet about Cardano, and whether it's positive or constructive, I'm not talking about the FUD, I'm talking about either positive or in a constructive matter, it has helped form the way we think and how we approach the Alley Cats. Because I think projects need to raise the standard a little so that other projects coming in can raise the standard. Because if we always accept the bare minimum, that's all we're ever going to get. So yeah, so it's really cool knowing, like, yeah, like you said, there's history, that you guys have history, and that it's not just some newcomer coming in and doesn't know anything about the Cardano space, or may not have any connections with any people. To know that you guys are grounded in the space and in the community makes it even more interesting. You know, that you're finally releasing a project of your own. And so that's kind of, before we get to any questions, I know I'm bringing up a lot of speakers, but we'll hold the questions for after. I just want to kind of get through some information from you guys, or anything that you can share at least. Let's kind of get down to the nitty gritty, right? Let's see if we can get any information that people may not know, or that they're I'm sure there will be a lot of questions about. How soon, let's start with this. How soon, I know devs don't like to give timelines, but us DGens have to ask, how soon do you think the Discord will be opened? I'll take this one. I guess this is the alpha that we can give your space. It'll be awesome. Open. It'll be open next week.
Awesome. It's been fun. Like, we're all just chilling in the waiting room. I laughed whenever I saw you guys post, like, who gave away the sneak peek that was in this waiting room, and I was laughing because I think it It was multiple people probably, but it was funny because I know one of the derps did for sure share that picture that was in the waiting room.
We have to keep that in mind now. No, it's all in good fun though. Like that's what we want. We want people to get excited. We want people to share. Like
Yeah.
So it's awesome.
So for all those listening, even on the recording, you heard it here first that this week coming up, the Discord is probably going to be opening up, which is exciting because that's whenever. I mean, it's cool to build a community on Twitter, which is it's powerful in that way, but it's even more like when you get into the commenting and like quick interactions, like real-time interactions, commenting on people and getting to learn like, oh yeah, you're in this Discord. Oh, I know you from over here. Like having those connections with people, you really start seeing that community grow and build together. And let me tell you, it may not seem like much, but the moment a Discord opens is a crucial part of any community. So, man, I'm excited for that. And I think more than anything, focusing on building that relationship with people whenever the Discord opens is going to be huge because that's your foundation for later on, right? Like you can put out the best art, you can put out the best utility, but if your community is fractured or if your community's just not cohesive, it's very tough to do anything, right?
Yeah. 100% agree, and I'm excited for the Discord. I'll let my brother speak on it right now, but one of the things I'm most excited for is that I think a lot of people know that how into fashion I am in streetwear, and that's one thing I'm excited to do, create a channel where I could see other people streetwear and the stuff they're excited about it and they're into. So it definitely will be exciting for the Discord to finally open.
Yeah, and all I'll say about the Discord is like the way we formulated everything is we wanted to build trust first because we see too many people, giving their ADA away and then getting sadly rug pulled. So we wanted to keep one line of communication first, which was the Twitter. And then we took a different spin on it. We just went out and asked people, hey, what's your favorite Twitter space? Like at them. We want to talk in their spaces. We want people to verify us and to dig and to ask the hard questions. And once we took that approach, we were welcomed with open arms. Like it was awesome. Like the space we did yesterday, this space. And it's cool because like the project, we believe it has a lot of layers. So like the more you dig, the more fun it gets. It's not like you find information that you don't want to know. It's like the more fun it gets. Like we kind of told people what the logo meant yesterday. Like the logo to our artists, that's a freaking GPS sign that points at the alley, right? And the two whiskers are the alley. So next time you're on Google Maps, look at your little arrow. Like everything we have an amazing, talented team, and they're just so awesome, man. They put so many layers into this project to just peel it back like an onion. Yeah. That doesn't make you cry.
We were talking about y'all's logo earlier whenever I started the stream, and like now that you say that's cool. Like I even said, I was like, it's very recognizable. Like you'll see that and be like, oh yeah, that's Alley Katz, right? So that's cool. One of the things I noticed, and this is just from the outside looking in, you guys looking for mods and looking for a dev, a Plutus. Oh my gosh, I'm losing the word for it.
Oh, Plutus engineer.
Engineer, yes.
Yeah.
And so like on the outside looking in, that right there immediately to me is like, okay, these guys mean business as far as like they're thinking down the road, they're thinking ahead, they're building something more than just, hey, I'm gonna put out a PFP project and that's it, right? Like seeing those kind of things makes me know, okay, there's more behind the scenes that's going on, that and just seeing that is like, okay, all right, I see you guys are doing more than what it looks like on the surface, right?
Yeah. Definitely the art, and we kind of touched on this a little about how the art started one way and we had to scrap it all. But for us, like, who doesn't like cool art, right? So the art had to be able to grab people's attention, because the vision we have for Alley Cats and where we think we're going to be able to take this project, it's incredible. Like I don't, obviously I can't speak too much into it, but we've thought about that. Like we have that thought out way in advance, but then we have to come back to the present and like, how do we get people's attention now? And it was the art. And so with the same love and care that we put into refining different parts of our utility and our ecosystem, we have to, that's cool, but take a step back and come back to the present. And how do we apply that same care and love to the actual art to get people excited? And I think we did a good job, and we're still continuing to learn and grow, and we'll keep doing that. And we want every part of it, and we call it an ecosystem because that's just what it is. I spoke about this a little yesterday, but you may see something that looks like a loose end, and it is not. It is intentional. At some point, we'll probably come back to it and do something with it. The tweet I put out this morning from my personal account that was retweeted with the cat and the chill and the pink hat, like that'll you'll figure out what that is at a later point. Like, and I think that comes from the video game side of things, where it's like we want to give them a little information to get them excited, but then we want everybody to have that anticipation, that excitement, and when we showcase stuff, like to feel like, okay, a culminating event. Like, I don't know if I'm explaining it well enough, but
yeah, no, I understand. Like, it's cool to like have just those little things here and there, like just to kind of throw things out there, get the community excited, and then if people are paying attention, like you said, that they'll realize when it comes full circle, like, oh, that's what it was, that's what you were doing, and it really solidifies like your love for a project whenever they do little things like that. It's the devil's in the details, right? And so like when you have a dev team or a project that is doing things like that, you realize, man, like these guys are thinking beyond just your normal experience. They want to have the experience beyond just collecting an NFT, but something more than that, right? Making it fun to have that collection. You see that a lot with what comes to mind right now is Mallet Order did that a lot. Like they have just like those little things that they did before they launched that, dude, it didn't create false hype, right? It was real hype. Like people were excited about doing the things that they were doing before the project launched. And so like I kind of see that same vibe with you guys, like just kind of the mystery, but the fun part of it, like the interaction part of it. And if y'all doing that now, then imagine when you guys launch or up to launch, and the things beyond, what it's going to be like for the holders, right?
Yeah, like one of the things that I think is really cool is when I was prior to this working as a software engineer and stuff, like I was a developer relations engineer over at Fortnite, and I remember seeing the updates come out, right? And Epic would like purposely put things in the game to just troll the community, like, what is this, right? And so the community, I would just sit there in the Discord and watch people like, what is this? What is it going to be used for? X, Y, and Z. And it's like, that's video game lore to us. Like, that is so cool. Like, if any of you guys played Halo 3, you remember collecting the skulls to get Hayabusa armor. So
I did it.
Like, exactly. Like, we collected all the freaking skulls, and that's what we want out of this like project. And when we see like everybody kind of, not everyone, but you know, you can see projects that kind of take the exact marketing or the exact scheme as another project that's come before them. We were like, how can we assess this? And my brother and I have both been engineers at startups. Like, I'm an engineer at a developer relations engineer at a startup right now, and he's a software engineer at a startup right now. So we were like, fuck it, this is technology. Let's just run it how we see our successful startups running that we work for. So they don't wait for things to happen. It's not like, okay, let's go get funding. Let's think about hiring people once we get funding. It's like, no, you have to think about hiring prior to, because that stuff is going to come really fast. Mm-hmm. And the unique thing about NFTs is they're almost used as crowdfunding, you know, like, hey, you can't promise anything because now you're getting into security territories, but like that's a whole different beast, and that's what we have lawyers for. But you can tell people, hey, here's a good project, and then you could like, here's some good art, and then you just leave them all the signs to show them that you're building in the background. And so that's our thought process behind why you see we're looking for people to hire right now.
Yeah. I'm not going to let you get away with this easy. Who did you say you were for Fortnite? You just kind of threw that in there. Like it was nothing.
Yeah, I was. No, I mean, I worked for Epic Games as a developer relation engineer.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was cool. The community is awesome. The creators are even more like awesome. And you know, it's been fun.
That's
like,
cool. Yeah.
Can I say one small thing? I need to go.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. First, I want to wish you all the best and good luck. I am a father of twins. I am 37 years old, and I love NFT, and I love what you do, all you guys. So I wish you all the best. And I am always here in all the spaces. I hear all what you said. So I wish you again all the best.
Thank you. Appreciate that, man.
we appreciate that.
So, what you just said makes me like you. Okay, of course, you guys sound like you're younger, but you seem wise beyond your years. Like you understand the space and understand the technical side of things. Also, you understand the legal side of things. Like you guys are seeking legal advice because, man, let's be honest. There's a lot of projects in the space right now that when things go down legally, it won't be pretty, right? And so the teams that are really seeking that advice and really seeking going down those avenues to make sure that they're safe are the ones that are gonna come out ahead later on. And so it's really encouraging to hear that you guys are doing that, because that's really important to long-term investors. Short-term, it might not be the case, but for people that want to be in the space long-term, finding a project that is doing their due diligence with legal issues and security things and that kind of thing, like those are the projects you're going to want to be in, right? And so that's really cool to hear that y'all guys are doing that.
Yeah, for the legal, I'll speak on it before I let Taylor chime in. He would not let us do anything without legal. Like when the project when we first started even thinking about art and curating, like coming up with a list of assets and stuff, he was thinking about lawyers, and we're like, why are we thinking about lawyers? We don't have like a concept or anything right now. Like we know we want to be the Alley Cats and we know Join the Destruction, but like past that. So the lawyer thing, now looking back how we did it, I think it's it should be the norm to have a legal team or at least a lawyer before you even go public. But yeah, the lawyer, and he'll touch on it. That was a huge concern for his, not really concerned, but that was something he was working on way early on. And me and Dop just being degenerates with the art, that's all we cared about initially. But then he tied us into the legal and we started having meetings around it, and we realized how important this really is. And we're glad that he did take the time to school us and educate us on that way even before the company wasn't even stood up, and we were already looking at lawyers and things like that. But I'll let Taylor take it from there.
Yeah, like Tyler said, legal was, as like the founder, it's I'm not a fucking lawyer, right? So you go and hire a lawyer. And I learned that from working at a gaming company. Nothing could get released without it going for legal first, right? So when I thought about this and I reached out to a lawyer specifically for NFTs, trademarks, and patents, he schooled me on like a lot of the stuff that's going on with the SEC and stuff. And we have Twitter lawyers, right, that they have their opinions and spaces, And although sometimes they're right, more often than not, the law changes around what they're saying to people. So you have to take it with a grain of salt, and you have to really look into it, because in, like, I guess the best way that we thought of protecting our community is we don't want to have to hit you guys up a year down the road when regulation comes out and it's like, hey, remember, you know, that thing we did? Yeah, sorry about that, but you guys can't have it anymore. So that was like my biggest concern, is like, we knew we came out the gate late as far as all these other projects, like, you know, already launching. So how do we cut the learning curve? Well, we cut it by being able to stay in the race longer. And you do that through legal. And that's just like something I picked up along the way. So like the Alley Cats patent, it's under class 9, which is scientific, computer and scientific devices. And that was done intentionally so that the Alley Cats never have to get touched. The Alley Cats NFT is just that. It's an NFT. You guys see us building stuff on the background. That's cool. You guys can put 2 and 2 together. But the Alley Cats is an NFT.
Yeah, it's, man. Okay, I said, and I'll be honest with you guys, before the space started, I told chat, I was talking to chat before, I did like the YouTube stream before, and I was just like, look, I don't know anything about these guys. I want to mint, but I don't know if I'm going to hold long term because I don't know anything about them. We'll see. I said, I'll find out and I'll listen from them. And the things that you're saying right now convinced me. And this is, look, guys, whoever's listening, you have your own, you can make your own opinion and come to your own conclusions. But for me, these kind of talks and these kind of things that they're talking about makes me interested in holding something like this long term, because I know even if I'm not really involved in the space, I know that I'll be okay holding an NFT if a team like this is seeking that legal advice and seeking that legal counsel. So yeah, before I was like, I don't know, but now I'm like, all right, guys, all right, I'm impressed. So, and you know, we're only 30 minutes in. You guys are doing great.
Yeah. No, that's great to hear, and I'm glad you said that, right? Because I think one thing our ecosystem, Cardano, speaking of, has to learn is invest in teams.
Yep.
Invest in a good team. Don't just see the art. And that's why we're like, we wanted to get into these spaces so quickly with you guys. Like, we've been eager to, because we haven't done anything. We haven't earned anyone's trust. Yeah. And that's what we're doing. We're trying to be completely transparent. And I'm glad that we took the time to set this up properly, because when you have nothing to hide, like, we don't care about FUD, like stuff like that. Like, we want you guys to ask questions, to get to know us, to know the team, because it's just that you do have to do your own research and ask all the questions you want. We're going to give you the best and most honest answers we can, because we want to earn the trust. Once we earn the trust of the community, we know that we'll be able to take this where it needs to go. Yeah.
So, all right. I know the legal talk and this kind of talk isn't the most attractive to most DGens listening. So we'll get to the stuff that, you know, people are really listening for or wanting to find out. And I have this question on YouTube, and I know I've been asked this question in Discord as well. How are you guys handling whitelist for you guys' mint? I know you probably don't have a date listed for the mint, or maybe not even a collection size or mint amount, but how are you guys handling a whitelist?
Okay, I guess I'll touch on it. So, gave me the hot one. So, obviously, we have internal deadlines and things that, you know, amounts, whitelist spots or alley list spots. So, I think we're constantly monitoring it, and we're also comparing, because one thing that's really important to us is fair distribution. Yeah. We don't think that somebody should just, like a whale should just get all the whitelist spots, things like that. That's not cool. So right now, while we're still low on alley list numbers compared to other projects with similar collection sizes that we're considering, we're having fun with it right now. We'll see people tagging us and stuff, and I'll just give them an alley list. My brother will, Dop will. Like right now, I'll go to someone's account, and this person's just blowing us up, right? And they have like 20 followers, and I look at their feed and it's full of alley cat stuff.
Yeah.
So of course I give them a whitelist,
Yeah,
and
that's
I love
awesome.
it because it makes their day.
Yeah. Yeah.
For someone to be excited about something we built to get a spot, it's like, that's fucking awesome. So as far as whitelist there or alley list, they're still going out. We still have a lot to come. One thing I spoke about previously, but I think right now is probably a perfect time to talk about it, is something called the Cat Mafia, right? And this also incentivizes people who already have a whitelist. And this is going to be a Discord role.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to get a bunch of cool things like exclusive merch, sneak peeks. We're going to need them for beta testing. And that role is reserved for our most loyal people, diehards, and also people who do anything in the community. What I mean by that is, if you're a graphic designer, and this is the example I used the other day, if you're a graphics designer and you have some extra time on your hands and you come up with a cool ass graphic for the Alley Cats and you throw it on Twitter and hashtag join the destruction, we'll go through the hashtags and we'll see, okay, this person is somebody that has a unique skill, and boom, we'll give you a Cat Mafia role. And then later down the line, when we need a graphic designer for something coming up, maybe some promotional art, we can commission and pay the people that are in that pool, the Cat Mafia pool of people. We can pay them for their services. And the reason that's really cool to us is because we don't have to go through third-party applications.
Yeah, exactly.
And go out in the world, because we know how dangerous that is, right? You go on, let's say, horrible example, but you use an artist from Fiverr, and now that artist is now copying and pasting the stuff that he gave you that you thought was exclusive and only for your project, and they're using it for other projects. So we want to be careful with that, and this is also a way to give back and have the community be involved with this project. And for those of you listening out there who's like, but I don't do anything, like I'm not good at anything, still put a tweet out and talk about why you want to be a part of Cat Mafia, because like I mentioned earlier, we're shipping software, and with software comes beta testers and stress testers. So at the very least, we would be able to use someone for being able to beta test, and you'd get a cool, unique experience, and you'd feel a part of it too. That whole recruitment process will start next week, but it will not end. It will never end. It'll span for the entirety of the project. We could be a year down the line and we see some hashtags, and then we can give them that role. There's other feature sets and stuff we have planned for Cat Mafia, but I just wanted to throw that out there.
And the one unique thing about Cat Mafia is you can look at it kind of like a founder's pass, but you cannot pay your way into this. This won't be anything that's minted.
Merit-based.
You only get, exactly. You only get picked.
Yeah, we don't care about status or followers, nothing like that. In fact, the first few people we're even thinking of, and you know what, I gotta say, I want to shout you out, because Doc was talking to you about mods and whatnot, and you suggested that it may be more valuable to get a mod or to offer someone a position who hasn't been a mod but is a good person and has good interactions in Discord. And we went ahead and did that, and it made his day. And
that's awesome.
I wanted to highlight that, because it's not about the status or anything. It's just about surrounding yourself with good people. Yeah,
that's something, because I love y'all's thoughts of hiring within the community, right? Like it should be, the community should be rewarded, and doing that from within. And the whole idea behind what I told Dop is just like, there's so many times you see big influencers or whales or stuff get recognition, But like a lot of times you have these guys that, and I'm not trying to say like anything about follower count means anything. It doesn't. It really doesn't. Sometimes some of the people that have less than 500 followers are the most interactive and most honest and down to earth people on Twitter that are talking about these projects, right? And so it's kind of even like in the real world. Like a lot of times you go to a job and they're like, oh, you need at least 3 years of experience to do what you need to do, or 5 years experience to do this. And it's like, well, where do I get that experience? Like I have to be hired somewhere to be able to do it, right? And so the same thing with mods. Like it shouldn't be about who has, in some cases, yes, you need somebody that has experience to be able to do certain things. But if you're hiring multiple people to do that position, then hire someone that may not have the experience but is willing to learn, and that is just a positive person, and just someone that it is just a real person, right? And you'll see that person flourish in that type of situation. And it's really cool to, I don't want to say give the opportunity to the small guy, because that's kind of demeaning, but give the opportunity to anybody that's willing to put in the time and has love for a project or a community, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's funny. Oh, sorry. Go for it.
Yeah. I was just going to say, he hit the nail on the head. Dave, me, and my brother are all in tech, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we know that there is what do we call it? An experience gatekeeping
Mm-hmm.
side of tech, right? Where you can't even get an interview because they want you to have 5 years of experience or 12 years of experience with a software that's only been out for 8 years. I don't know how that makes sense though, but
Yeah.
Nonetheless, right? So how do you get this experience? And I think real life events have formed our thought process with this because someone took a chance on us, and that's what we want to do. And like you said, followers don't mean anything. You could have 5 million followers and be a genuine person, and you could have 2 followers and be a jackass. We can get away from followers because that doesn't mean anything to us. That's the same reason we haven't done paid promotion. That's the same reason one of the reasons we haven't rolled out a roadmap yet, but we're still putting out content. Like the roadmap will come with the website, but we're just trying to get you guys to see us. And one thing projects do is some projects, they'll wait till they get traction until they start putting out their good content.
Yeah.
Our shit's been on a calendar for over 6 months. We're not delaying anything and waiting till we hit a certain amount of followers. And that means a lot to us because we're putting it out and it's still getting so much engagement. Way more than we would have ever thought with our follower count based on, and I air quote, analytics, right?
Yeah.
So it's awesome, and it shows us that the community really fucks with us, and we love it.
Yeah, so that's cool to hear. The Cat Mafia, that's really, man, that's something like I wouldn't consider like an alpha group, but it's just something that gives the community incentive to participate, incentive to really go above and beyond, and also a platform to put out their talents. If you're, like you said, like a graphic designer or there's someone that is a great video editor and just putting together videos and I know content creators, people that may not have that big of a platform or maybe just starting out, and they're like, okay, I'm going to do a video on Alley Cats, and like you see that person, doing you got to start somewhere, right? And like even for me, like I had to start somewhere. I was a nobody in the Derp Discord early on, and I just put in the time. I love derps, right? And I guess you can call me a derp maxi, but it was just something I loved doing, and I just did it. I did it without any expectations, right? And I think that's for anybody listening. Like if you're part of a project, like don't go in with expectations, be like, yeah, I deserve this or I want this. Just do it, right? Just put in the time. If you like the project, cover the project, talk about the project, share it on Twitter, share it in Discord, be a genuine person, and it won't go unnoticed, right? And so like I really like that you guys are doing that with the community and with the Cat Mafia. There's just an extra layer of community that is needed, right?
Yeah, and last thing about that I want to touch on is nobody is a nobody.
Yeah.
And And I'm so glad you said it doesn't sound like an alpha group. I know you didn't exactly say that, but you said it's not an alpha group, and it's not. I don't want anybody to get confused. Like, we're not dropping alpha. You may get some early sneak peeks, but I think alpha groups are more tailored towards like alpha around the entire space. Like, no, it's definitely not an alpha group. It's a group that we can leverage our community. Well, it's like, why not? Like, you have a whole community that you cultivated, and the best thing about it is that we're getting people from all walks of the space, like at different projects. And I want my vision for Cat Mafia later down the line is I want them to be able to contact me like, hey, do you mind jumping on a call for a couple minutes? We're going to launch a project, and we want your advice. Like, that would be awesome to help a community member where we can. Like, that's what the Cat Mafia is all about.
Awesome. Man, what else? So I guess the next thing I'd be curious about is like okay, I don't want to get into like too many like details because I know you guys don't want to share everything, but what's the thing that you guys are most excited for in your project, if I can put that as general as possible?
Well,
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing, Taylor. I'm like scratching my head like, man, there's so much. There's like so many different things.
I don't know if Tyler went over the issue that we had. Well, I guess it's a good issue to have with the roadmap, right? Like, we saw a lot of roadmaps coming out, like V1s, and we were like, okay, we can put a roadmap out, like go to CNFT Con, do this and that. And then all these events started happening, and we're like, shit. Like, we don't have much of a V1 roadmap. We got a shit ton of stuff planned for V2. Like, once we're done with the actual NFT drop, like, all of these activations come online. But, sorry, can you guys hear me? Is my mic?
No, you're good. You're good. There's like a little scratching in the background, but you're good.
Fiddling with it a little.
So we were like, okay, we have all of these things on our board that are being built out, but where do we put the stuff that we've already done? So what we started doing is we're like, fuck it. It's still going to go on our roadmap 1 because that's where it started. Just because we completed it doesn't mean we have to get rid of it and invent some new thing, right? So like going to CNFT Con and passing out stickers that worked as alley list spots. That was part of our initial roadmap. And it was funny because we were just talking to people, handing out stickers, and they're like, what's this? And I'm like, it's an alley list. And some people kept it, some people threw it in the trash. Like, I didn't really care. Like, it was cool. It was just like, I hope we're something someday. Here you go, right? So the thing that I'm most excited about are, I'll drop it here, which is going to be Find Op. That's an event that I'm super excited about. I can't say too much, but Find Op is an event, and I'm super freaking excited to get working on the like white paper. I have the skeleton that I'm forming, but I myself, especially at work, I've written about 100 pages of documentation over the last like 3 months. So I'm designing docs for our project, and it's going to serve as like an entry point so people know, like, okay, this is the Cardano community. It's not just Alley Cats. What can I do in the Cardano community? How does Marlowe look? Like, what is Plutus? Like, all of these different things, because part of my job is to make technical things not so technical. And I think that's the super fun part with NFTs is they can be highly technical, but you can break them down and give them to the community in the form of a story. So yes, we're building all of this stuff in the background, but we don't want you guys to get lost. We want everyone to pay attention to the story, because the story of the Alley Cats is so fucking dope because it's true shit. Like, it can relate to anyone.
I just want to kind of go back, just kind of touch on, how people have stories of like, man, I sold my clay for 28, or I could have minted Space Buds, but I didn't. Imagine the people that are like, man, I threw away my alley list sticker. I should have kept it. Like, there's going to be those stories later on and down the road, and it's going to be funny to hear those. But yeah,
Serious question: if you put your alley cat sticker
in the dryer.
in a clothes dryer, does it still count? Can I still be on the list?
You know what? Just show us the crumble version, and then it'll work.
I'm pretty sure I had like 5 of them, so they all got destroyed.
Oh god, it's funny because we took a picture of all the we had so many left over. Like we made a lot, right? And we had a lot left over, and we put them on a rock and took a picture, and then we posted it. And I'm pretty sure people who have been following us know we like QR codes now. That's how we showed our website puzzle, and that's also what was on the stickers. So it's awesome to see because I think you really have to believe it before it happens. So we knew, right? If we just come out correct, that it'll be, well, we could hope it'll be well received, right? And that was one of the big things. And this is off topic as hell, but I got to give a shout out to Days because I recognized that gutter cat when our gutter dog, I guess, when he likes and comments on our stuff, and he's showing a bunch of love in here, and I see that PFP around a lot, and the fact that I guess we're attracting people from other ecosystems and other chains, I think it really speaks to the community as a whole. But yeah, shout out to Days because that is a highly recognizable PFP from the interactions we see.
So you're telling me that the QR codes on those stickers are still unclaimed?
No.
Oh, okay. I zoomed in and everything. I was getting on my QR code on my phone to scan it.
No,
And it was
the only QR code that probably still works is the one on the box head for our website.
Yeah. Okay.
But no, we just, and then that's another thing, right? We didn't know how much traction we were going to get on that, and we put that out, and that was an idea I came up with like so long ago. Like, oh, we should put a QR code on the box head to launch the coming soon website, and so we were anticipating, okay, we may not get that much traction. We'll leave it up till Friday and give people a chance to get in. We had like almost 7,000 requests that I saw on the CloudWatch for AWS, and we had, so it was 7,000 requests and a bunch of people using the whitelist code. We were like, shit, we have to close it because if not, it's just going to fill up today and then other people won't get a chance.
Yeah.
So we ended up having to break that link too.
And for the whitelist, we've thought about it. Like, there's different, and I even err on the side of caution for saying this because I know someone's going to DM us that is, doesn't have the best intentions. But when we thought about whitelist, we're thinking about different ways to provide whitelist, right? So first, this is how I, seen tech build. And so this is kind of how I like to do it. It's the same way Charles Hoskinson did it, right? You tell people what you tell them, then you tell them what you're going to do, then you tell them how you're going to do it, and then you go and do it, right? So the Alley Cat stickers was us telling people, and then I saw people throw it away. I mean, it didn't hurt anything. It was, yeah, I paid out of my personal 9-to-5 job for those stickers, but it didn't hurt me. Hey, here's a sticker. Like, I talked to Meld about getting a developer. I gave him a little bit of insight about what we're doing, and he's like, hey, you need to talk to these guys. I said I need one Plutus developer. I have 4 other developers because as a developer relations engineer, my job is to make connections with people, and I have through my career, I found developers that really like me and they follow me, and whatever technology I'm working on, they advocate for it. And now that I'm working in the NFT space, like when I left Epic, I told them on my last day, like, yeah, I'm going into the NFT space. And everyone there that was on my team, except for 2 people, one had put a Bored Ape in his his Zoom background, and the other one was just super excited for me. But everyone else was like, what are NFTs? Like, yeah. why are you doing this? And so, like, I told them I'm going to do this plan, right? And so the next phase is like, we've already given people whitelists. I don't know. I really like video games. We can probably do something there. I don't know. We might be doing something there. That could be another event. We had the website. And what about if you don't have access to a website and you don't have access to a video game and you don't have, the technology to get that whitelist? Well, we got opportunities for you too. I got people hitting me up from other sides of the world, and they're like, "Hey, I can't get into this whitelist because you guys are Pacific Standard Time. I'm in Kenya." Hey, shout out to the dude that's in Kenya. He's in here right now. I got a whitelist coming his way because he can't really do much about getting into these spaces. So this project, when we tell you guys it was built by the people for the people, like that's exactly what it is. And yeah, we have influencers that'll hit us up for like a lot of whitelist spots, and it's like, well, if I do that, how good is my word?
Yeah.
Not very good. So I have to be cognizant of that and reassess every time.
For the person from Kenya, I don't know if you speak Swahili, but Jambo habari yako. There you go. That's the extent of my Swahili. That basically, I guess, means, hey, what's up? How you doing?
Yeah, I'm sure I'll get a lot of DMs today saying, "I'm from Kenya, give me a whitelist." And I'm like, shit.
Yeah, that's cool. So I guess something else. I guess we can touch on if you guys. I don't know if you guys know. I don't know how far along you are with the actual NFTs themselves, but do you have an idea of like how many traits are in the collection? I know you guys may not have like the number of the collection, but if like you guys have an idea of like how many traits, like what can people expect as far as variety?
Dop, text me roughly how many traits. He's our art guy.
Okay.
He oversees all the art in terms of. So for me, the way our relationship kind of works with me and Dop is early on, it was a lot of brainstorming, throwing out random assets, revising them, going to other projects to see how they look so we don't look exactly like those. And so he's been keeping track of numbers. He just texted me, he said around 200.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, I like, and so I kind of listened to the space last night, and I know I listened to like 5 minutes of it, and I know one of the questions from the last Twitter space was like how you guys, of course, it's a cat, right? So immediately people are going to be like, oh, well, what about gutter cats, or what about there was another Solano project he had mentioned, and I like you guys' response, but the way I look at it is, of course, I mean, anytime you have a cat, because it's a cat, you're going to get associated with other cat projects. Same with, if you have an ape, you're going to get associated with other ape projects. If you have any type of clay project, you're going to get associated with claymates, right? So like and I see you guys building a brand, and I think that's the answer more than anything. Is like the way you separate yourself is by having that brand, right? It doesn't matter if there's 50 other cat projects. The branding of your specific project is which is going to set you apart, right? And so how are you guys dealing with that as far as I know you guys said, bring on the FUD or whatever, like it doesn't matter, like we're still going to build, but how are you guys going to handle that? Because it's going to happen anytime you're in Mint. I've been in Mints in different Discords for over a year now, and the best of people don't come out on Mint Day. So how are you guys expecting to handle that?
Yeah, so this is probably a multi-part question.
Yeah.
And part of it is what you said, right? We're not a derivative, but we are another cat project. There are other cat projects, which is also part of the beauty. It's like, how do we make alley cats different? Like, how do we innovate? Because it's not like everything's already kind of made in the NFT field yet, but there are a lot of projects that kind of do the same thing. So definitely refactoring and innovating on what what we see around us is important. And also, I want to circle back and pass it to Taylor so he can even enlighten you guys on how we landed on a cat. Because I think maybe from the outside looking in, people may think, oh, they just went with a cat because of this project or this project, when in reality it had nothing to do with any NFT thing at all. And I'll let him touch on that.
Yeah, so I'll answer the cat part, and then I'll answer like the FUD portion of it. So we're from LA, right? Like we remember when we were growing up, our dad would use the term cat. Like everyone would use the term cat. Like, oh, that's a cool cat over there. That was their version of person. It was just West Coast slang. People like D Clay, like all these people from LA, they know that was early slang, and they grew up hearing it. So when I thought about the idea of a cool cat, like, oh, that's a cool person over there, we put Allie in front of it because we were like, we love playing video games. What if we had this destination where people could get away? They could say, fuck reality. Let me lock into, Ready Player One mode and sit here and mindlessly play video games with my homies and my homegirls. Like, that would be awesome. So that's where the idea actually spawned from. And it gets deeper than that. Like, there's a picture that's going to come out, a scene that's going to be on our website, and there's a big fucking door on it. And that door is Roadmap 2. Like, everything is everything. Like, let the NFT, like, live and look for shit. And so the portion that the reason I say that is to go into the whole FUD thing. Like, we've already seen some FUD, and it's like, the community paid in no mind because we can address everything. We can talk to you guys and gals about everything. So it doesn't matter to me. I ignore it. I put on my blinders for the most part. If it's not coming from the SEC, my lawyer, or somebody that is important and I need to give it energy, I won't, because it's Twitter trolls. Like, at the end of the day, when we launch this project and people are comparing us to, I don't know, Space Cat Coyote, like whatever project comes out or whatever project is out, you can go back and look. I dropped an image on our Twitter yesterday. Maybe we could pin it to the space. It's the early concepts of the cat. And we have even earlier concepts where it didn't even look like a cat like that. It looks like today. Like, our cat, if you Google a Savannah cat, that's where our cat stems from. That's the inspiration from our cat. If you really want to get down to it, it's a real life Savannah cat. They're badass, but they're crazy as hell. And that kind of led into the destruction. If you Google what is a destruction in relation to cats, it'll say it's a group of wild feral cats in a pack. They just go around fucking shit up, right? So our spin on that was like, let's go destruct stuff in a good way. Like, I don't want the same thing that happened with other communities that I've been a part of and maybe work for, maybe Epic Games. I don't want to throw any names out, but they have communities like that where the community eats their young alive. Like, if you're someone new, sometimes they may just destroy you. It's not like that anymore, but it used to be like that. And so I look at things like that. And now that I'm in the cybersecurity space, I look at how their community treats their young. And I don't want our community to do that, which is why we purposely got in these Twitter spaces prior to opening our Discord, because you guys can see our vibe and you guys can take that and use it in the Discord, because, FUD is inevitably going to come. But if it's not something that's coming from my, account or the official Alley Katz account on my brother's account, I ignore it. Yeah. If my lawyer tells me I'm good, he's the one I'm paying a shitload of money to, we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the last thing I'll say on that is we're only going to ever address something if it needs to be addressed. If it's some person out there like, hey, look, go check this out, and they're just trying to get farm engagement or something, like you said, we're not even going to give it the energy. We'll always be transparent with you guys. If it's something that needs to be addressed, we'll always address it. If we don't give it any energy, you can assume that, okay, it's probably not anything. And I say assume cautiously, but we'll always address something if it needs to be addressed. If it has some validity to it, we'll always address it.
Yeah, so I guess right now we're kind of getting, and it was 11:15 my time. I guess right now we can open up, if you guys are okay with it, just open up questions to the community. Anybody listening,
Yeah, for sure.
could request to speak if you have any questions. I know I had one from earlier on YouTube. He said I won't be able to listen to the space, but can you please ask this? Let me try to find it. Yeah. So one of the questions was, is there going to be any one of ones? And he specifically said, like, will there maybe be LA related ones?
So for one of ones, it's a two-part answer. Will Alley Cats ever do one of ones? 100%. Will we have one of ones for our Genesis drop? It's all about timing, to be honest. If the timing lines up, possibly.
Okay.
It's like a yes and a it's
Yes.
like a. I don't want
We're-
to say
we're
too
trying.
much. Yeah,
Yeah.
We're trying. Like, trust me, we're trying.
the one thing we do want is we want your NFT to feel good to you, like quality to you. So all of the NFTs are being generated and handpicked so that it feels of quality to you and the person that receives it.
Yo, I want to, while no one else is up here asking
Yeah.
questions, you guys are, you talk about connections to sort of street fashion and such. And I haven't heard you guys talk. I mean, I've heard you guys talk a bit about it sort of behind closed doors on calls that we've had together. But I'd love you guys to talk more about that. Like, what's the connection between, what's the connection that you guys have to that? But then also, how does that affect the project itself, right? It's an NFT project. What do you got, other than the fact that it obviously influences the artwork? Is it just that, or is there other plans for something more?
No, great question. Yes, there are. So the clothing is called Tangible Drip. And what that is the official streetwear of the Alley Cats, both IRL and in our actual storyline. And we're going to be partnering with local LA fashion designers and graphic designers to make a streetwear brand for our Alley Cats brand. And the goal for that, I guess a little insight is, that's my passion. I absolutely love streetwear. I love collecting shoes. Probably one of my most passionate creators right now, or one of the creators I'm most passionate about right now, is Warren Lotus, who has a store out here in LA. So for me, I love the feeling you get when you get a new article of clothing or some new shoes from a hype drop, right? And we don't really have that on our NFT sphere yet, especially on Cardano. Like, for people to get hype about merch, like cool hats, talking to like, probably a little alpha, we're talking to like sneaker people right now in terms of doing something with that later on. Like, the clothing is going to be something that we don't only keep within Alley Cats, but partner with other projects in the ecosystem to do like Alley Cats X so-and-so collaboration and put our spin, actually not put our spin, but combine the two projects and have a unique piece of clothing that will also serve, I say this is our joke, our inside joke, it'll also serve as a unique identifier in terms of when we go to these events, these IRL events, we don't have people walking up. I mean, sure, some people probably won't have it on, but it's easy to identify an Alley Cat, right? Oh, that's the shirt from so-and-so collection, versus a random person walking up to us and they're like, hey, I'm Bob. And I'm like, oh, who's Bob? So it'll be something that I'll take the lead on, and I'm excited about it. We still have to build it out where it's still in development, But yeah, we're definitely going to take that streetwear vibe. If I could, somebody asked about this yesterday, like what kind of vibe? So if I could give any similarities, it'll be more of a Supreme type, golf wing type feel. I don't know if you guys are familiar with some of these brands, and that's what we're going to try and bring to Alley Cats and then spread on Cardano.
That's awesome. I like that.
I will say every branch like of the project and the ecosystem is meant to do one thing: onboard users to Cardano, because that's the underlying mission. You just get to do it in a unique way with NFTs. So clothing, we think like one thing we didn't want to do is we didn't want to make it heavy NFT clothing. We wanted to make it something that people could wear on a date out with their spouse or their partner, or they could wear it to an event. You could wear it, it's streetwear. It could be worn multiple places, like nice streetwear. And so when people see that, it's like, oh, where did you get that? And that one person may or may not go and buy one, but they've just entered the ecosystem, whether they know it or not, right? Because for mass adoption, in my eyes, you have to give it to people in a way where they can understand and it's able to be used and identified easily. So if you go buy this shirt, you may not know that it's an NFT project, but the way that I'm going to set up documentation and make the user flow from purchasing, putting in your cart, buying, purchasing options, maybe there's ADA purchasing options, there's Derp, there's our currency, there's whatever it is. You have to make the barrier of entry very low so everyone can understand it, because we like to throw out acronyms and all this other stuff in the NFT space, and that's not really helping with onboarding people. One of the problems we have is there's not a lot of females in Web3, right? So I'm putting together an initiative that I think can help alleviate this a little, and then I'll get help from other prominent female-led projects, hopefully, and other people in the space. And it just goes to give another level of onboarding to Cardano, not to the Alley Cats, to Cardano.
Yeah, and one thing I want to touch on, a question that was asked to me. Someone asked, they were like, so are you guys onboarding with streetwear, gaming, like, or NFTs? Like, what are you doing? I was like, all of it, like literally all of it. And if you pay close attention, it all ties in together. And this is an example I like to use. The early days of gaming, when we were talking about, well, not the early days, geez, but years ago, Halo 3, Call of Duty, these pro players would show up to events and they didn't care how they dressed. Now you have Adidas sponsoring things like Call of Duty World Championship. Winner not only gets a bunch of other stuff, but they get custom-made Adidas, and they get a custom-made Adidas tracksuit. And you got brands like 100 Thieves, which is a gaming organization, but also has a very, very good clothing brand. And so when people, you kind of have to take that microscope, that vision, and zoom out a little and look at the bigger picture. All of this is interwoven together. We just don't want to see it. Gaming and NFTs solve a lot of the problems that we see in gaming, with microtransactions and not owning any of the actual shit you buy. The fact that you can buy a skin on Fortnite, you have to sell your entire account to profit from the skin that you technically don't even own. Okay, that could be solved.
And can only use it inside that ecosystem.
Yeah, and we want to show that, and we're going to show that in multiple ways, and clothing's just one of them. And another shout out, I want to shout out Thomas if he's still in here. Dude's been extremely helpful and crucial to the Alley Cats brand, and we love Thomas, so shout out to Thomas.
Yeah, if anybody else has any questions, just request to speak, and we'll throw you up there. And for anybody that is speakers right now, that if you want to ask, feel free. Get your questions in, man. These guys look like. Oh, look, we got Slumber. Here we go.
Yo, what's up?
My ears.
What?
You're so loud. Sorry.
New room it must be. But I had a question. I know you guys haven't even opened your Discord yet, and you may want to see what the price of ADA is, but do you have an estimated range of mint price?
That is a founder question.
Yeah, so we've been throwing around a couple of different prices, and like you said, we're definitely waiting for the price of ADA not to stabilize, obviously, but we have a range where we're trying to make it where the average person can still get in, but the project still can be funded. And that's like the tricky part. And we're constantly reevaluating and reassessing like every week because it's hard. Like so far, we've bootstrapped the project 100%. Like I said, I started dollar cost averaging. I started dollar cost averaging in ADA, and I've been using all of that ADA to fund this stuff. Like lawyer fees alone, I spent, thousands of dollars on lawyer fees out of my own 9-to-5 pocket. And yeah, engineers make, decent to good money, but it fucking hurts still when you're paying into something and you don't even know if it's going to pay off, right? Like I hope it pays off. So I hope I answer your question to the best of my abilities. It's just like we can't say at the moment. It's definitely not going to be anything crazy.
I got a question on YouTube, and I'm not sure if you guys can answer it, but I'm going to ask it. What's the size of the Genesis collection?
So we are not answering that question at this time. It will be on our website though. And it's funny because we're purposely not answering that question because we want to drive users to our website so they can go see what the website looks like.
Awesome. That's smart. Slumber, go ahead.
Have you discussed with Dave on more collabs in the future?
Yes, but that is all.
I need my my evil Pepe.
Yeah, you don't get it here. It's Twitter Space. You don't allow it.
I'm handicapped.
Anybody else?
I brought Evolve up, who I think has a question as well.
Okay. I think either your mic's muted or Twitter Space is rugging you.
Twitter consistently rugs me, so it could be a very...
They're working at half staff right now.
Yeah.
Hey, wow.
Shots fired.
Yeah, hi everyone. I don't really have a question. I just wanted to say that I really love everything that Alley Cats are doing. It's phenomenal. Keep up with whatever you guys are doing. I love the website. I love the 4K resolution NFTs. It's all going great. I'm so hyped, and you know what? I know it's a new project. You guys, I just heard you using money out of your pocket. Don't worry. I personally think it's going to work. It's going to be amazing. So don't worry too much. I personally absolutely love this project, and you have my full-on support. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Thank you.
Thank you, Wow. That was very nice of you to say. We definitely see you. I literally screenshot, or not screenshot because you make videos. I will send your tweets to our text message group chat, and we're like, look what Wawa did today. So we definitely see you. Like, don't worry.
No, thank you. That definitely means a lot. Like, man, you guys probably don't know, but if you think you're just a random person on Twitter and you're like, hey, you guys don't know me, but thanks a lot. No, like that shit, we see it and it means the world to us. Like individuals who fuck with the project, like it really does.
Like, I don't know if you all saw the copy pasta message yesterday. I won't go into too much details, but we may have to sacrifice a whitelist to save everyone's timeline because someone's installing spyware everywhere.
Talking about whitelist, we got a question on YouTube. are the alley list spots stackable? So like for example, if someone got a whitelist or alley list spot and then want to give away in another Discord, are they able to mint two?
So if I'm understanding the question, so this person has a alley list spot and then they receive another one?
Yeah, say if they won one in a giveaway on Discord and they have one from getting into the waiting room or whatever. I don't know if that's considered an alley list or not, but just are they stackable? If they have two, are they able to mint two?
So I'll kind of answer the first half. We haven't even put out how many or what the mechanics will be around the alley list mint.
Okay.
I don't want to say we'll circle back to that, but if anything, just give it to your friend. Like, why stack it? Just give it to someone who doesn't have one.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like with the gaming thing, because me and Tyler, we didn't grow up rich, right? We shared an Xbox 360, and when it got Red Rings of Death, we stared at each other. Yeah, we stared at each other in the room until Microsoft melded back, right? So if you look at our old messaging, our old messages, it's like bring a friend, right? Because we love that co-op campaign feeling, right? And it's like. That was, whatever that was loud. I did not. We love that cooperative feeling because we grew up on like Call of Duty 4 where they didn't have co-op. We were like, hey, you get 5 lives and then I get 5 lives. And then you get, so when you go back and forth, think of the alley list like that. Like bring a homie, bring a homegirl, like make it fun.
Also, To answer your question, I'll just straight up say no, they won't be stackable, but you're still in for a surprise if you have an alley list. So give it away, give it to a friend, and you won't regret it. When mint time comes around, you'll understand what I'm talking about.
All right, Slumber, what's up?
What's your favorite Call of Duty game?
Ooh, you're talking about shit. Not this current Modern Warfare 2. I'll tell you that much.
You're gonna hate me for this one.
I'm gonna go with Black Ops 4. I used to play a lot of comp for Black Ops 4, and the Maddox was the best hybrid weapon to me ever in any Call of Duty. Like, that was actually a 4-gun meta. By that I mean you had the sniper, ICR, the SOG, and the Maddox. Maddox was definitely the best weapon I've ever played with in Call of Duty.
I'm gonna say, you guys are all gonna hate me for this, but I'm gonna say World at War, because when I got whatever 10th Prestige, I think it was, I just ran around with the fucking flamethrower.
I was gonna say the flamethrower.
I was that kid. So and I like that old nostalgic like feeling of an old war game, right? It's like I like that stuff, you know. I'm a veteran myself, and so is my brother, and so like the modern day military is cool, but sometimes I think it's so disconnected from real life, like all these super cool gadgets. So sometimes I just like an old school frag grenade.
Yeah, I wasn't a Call of Duty fan. I played Halo. That was my game. Halo 2, Halo 3.
Halo 3 was our freaking game. You know why?
We probably played against each other in multiplayer on Halo 3.
Heck yeah, man. I remember the day I got my 50. I was so happy. I was screaming.
Yeah. Where I got a Colonel, was that Halo 2 Colonel level 3 or something like that, or it's 3-star? I forget the ranking.
General.
Yeah, General. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Halo 3 was man, we have some of the fondest memories playing Halo 3. Like, I remember on the, like, I'm a nerd out here, but it's distinct. Playing on the map called the Pit in the Invis Tunnel, because we used to play a lot of everything's got to be competitive with us. Even Alley Katz is fucking competitive with us. But I remember we were playing some pros and we were hyped. I don't know if you guys know the pro Snipe Down, if you ever heard of him.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I meet him. I'm playing doubles with my brother. I meet Snipe down in the Invis tunnel, and I out BR him. And that was back then when like parties weren't a thing, so it was all game chat and proximity chat.
Yeah.
So I'm screaming. I'm like, "Oh my god, I killed fucking Snipe down." He shit on us for the rest of the game. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
you
know
don't-
if we got any more. We might have lost like 25-5.
Yeah.
But
That
he
kill
heard
was
me
worth
say
it.
That, yeah, and it was a wrap from there. But it was fun.
Yeah, the pit was fun, man. You right off the bat, you had to go to Invis tunnel, and then you timed it. Once they got it, you had to time it. Make sure when it came back up, you were going back in that tunnel whenever it was back up. And then rockets are on the other side, the right side or the left side, depending. You had to, if you didn't get Invis, you better go to rockets too.
Yeah,
And there's
OS.
there's some, like, when I say we really enjoy video games, there's some of that in the project. Like, think about how you got Recon. Maybe compare that to Cat Mafia. People just got Recon for doing cool shit, right? Or you were a dev, and it was very hard to get in. When people had that status, it was like, oh shoot, that's cool.
But who remembers Facility from GoldenEye?
Oh Lord.
Oh, of course.
Y'all got me feeling pretty old right now.
I mean, you're not that
have
old,
my
dude.
Nintendo 64.
There's 3 Halos?
I still have my
There's
Nintendo
5.
64 somewhere. There's like 9 out or some shit.
Yeah. Facility from Perfect Dark, someone said on YouTube.
Yeah, Perfect Dark.
Yo, what's up, DIC?
Yo, what's
Red.
good? What's good?
What's going on, Reddit?
GM, hope all is well. Yeah, happy Saturday to everybody. But
Reddit.
yeah, I've known Alley Katz, man. I had the pleasure to run into him at CNFT-Con, but just hearing right now that they're veterans, I don't know how the hell I missed that yesterday. But bruh, much love to y'all. Thank y'all for your service. I'm a veteran as well. I got hyped as fuck right now just by hearing y'all say that. So yeah, much love to y'all, man. That got me hyped knowing that y'all veterans. You know, I come from a military background, got the military bearing, so that explains a lot now to me on your structure and how professional you guys are. And I don't know if that goes over a lot of people's heads, but that military bearing and structure really does play a good part in how you carry yourself and how you carry your business. So, yeah, much love to y'all, man.
Thank you for that. No, thank you for your service and support, man.
Yeah, likewise, Reddit. Thank you.
Hey, I apologize for getting your name wrong. Twitter Space rugged me. They only showed the last 3 letters of your name, so I was like, all right, DIC, come up.
Yeah, I was looking in the room too. I was like, DSC. I said, oh, okay, I think he's talking about
Yeah,
me. I
yeah.
got DSC.
Yeah,
My bad,
was
dude.
like, I stepped away from my phone, so I'm thinking, oh, somebody's got one of those names, and he doesn't want to be explicit.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
no,
yeah.
I come back. It's right.
But yeah, Black Ops 4. That rang with me too. That resonated with me too. That was my favorite one. And yeah, I agree, bro. Black Ops, just Call of Duties. Yeah, bro. I'm pretty sure. Yes. And I do miss a good commando perk right about now. I do. Even though that shit was like overkill, like right now, I would love to be using a commando perk in these new games right now.
Hey, when we open the Discord, I'm gonna take a poll because towards the end of the Black Ops lifespan, Doc, he did not like it because some nerdy shit was happening with the game. But it was like an exploit that people were using. But we're gonna take a poll and see what the community thinks is the best Call of Duty or best game in general.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to go with Apex Legends. They've taken the crown for me, bro. Trust me, bro. Since Call of Duty came out, I've been nothing but Call of Duty. But damn, when Apex Legends came out, the movement,
their movement is unmatched, man.
It took me, bro. So I'm Apex Legend Pathfinder over here.
Pathfinder. Oh, all right.
Wait,
Take speaker away. Take speaker away.
take whitelist. Take whitelist.
Nah. Apex is lit, dog. Apex is lit.
He must watch Nick Merckx.
Yeah, he's a Nick Merckx.
Nah. I watch it. I found out about him late, bro. But I'm more of a nice wig. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, Asu. There's a couple. You know what I'm saying? Fire females. You know
Okay.
Lulu Lovely doing it. You know what I'm saying? There's another guy, Tushi.
See,
Yeah,
this
it's
is
a lot of good.
exciting. Yeah, this is exciting to hear because now we're starting, like we said earlier, DJs are gamers. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
and we're
yeah.
starting to see it. So
100%, bro. 100%.
Yo, what's up, Jada?
Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm a little older than you guys, and I remember when video games like first started becoming revolutionized, and it is one game series that changed everything about video games, and that game is Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, that's true.
Before Grand Theft Auto, there was no free roaming.
Yeah, Grand Theft Auto is a staple. I had the pleasure of working with some people from Rockstar, and they are an awesome team over there, and they really, really, really give to their community. I remember one of the product managers would stay in the office. Not that, work is life, right? But they have these like cats that are around the office of Rockstar Studio, and they're like almost therapy cats. They just kind of roam around, jump on the computers and stuff. And there was a dev who would stay there late at night on like holidays and stuff, because I don't know if you guys know this, but the devs for video game companies, they don't really get much time off. If the game is up, they're up. So these cats, they would just herd around the one dev that was in the office, and it looked like an old school hacker with a hoodie on and just a fuck ton of cats around him. And I just remember seeing that, and I was like, man, this guy's giving a lot to the community, and no one even knows his name. And it's like, this is crazy. So that's, shout out to Rockstar. Yeah, the cats knew him. Shout out to Rockstar Games, because, Grand Theft Auto changed the world of gaming.
I think... Go ahead.
I was just going to tell him, I played Grand Theft Auto, but it was complete degenerate activities. I never did the campaign. I just blew shit up, got 5 stars, and just wreaked havoc.
Yeah. I think the Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be huge for... I want to say it's going to be huge for NFTs and cryptocurrency. I think if I know anything about Grand Theft Auto, they always push the limits, right? And they're always trying to add stuff that no other game is doing. And I think you'll see NFTs integrated and crypto especially integrated inside the game, and that's going to be pretty exciting.
It would be the perfect game for it. Like, your cars can be an NFT, your guns can be NFTs, your house can be an NFT, the money can be a DeFi token.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, Rockstar Studio is 100% degens, so degens will do what degens do.
We just gotta bring them home to Cardano, though. If they go to Polygon or ETH, it's gonna fucking...
No. Mass adoption is just the eyes on the space. They may start there, but I think it's up to all of the projects in their respected space to highlight that space, and that's what good projects do. Derp, Clay, when they do these things, I don't like to look at them as only a Derp thing or only a Clay thing or only an Alley Cat thing. Like, it's exposure to the space, and enough of that will drive AAA studios here and drive consumers and things like that. And again, that's what we're trying to do, right?
And I mean, look at all the attention the Ape Society has brought over the last month. They're fucking crushing it, just bringing so much eyes to the space. And my take on mass adoption is a little bit different, just because, like, the places I work or the meetings I've been in and see like how these people think.
What's
so
up, Jazzy?
There's a reason I'm on Cardano. There's a reason I launched this project on Cardano, and it's because I believe in it, right? Like, think about logistics or the supply chain when it first started getting massively adopted. Well, FedEx wasn't the only shipping and receiving company. FedEx does very great overnight shipping, but so does UPS. USPS, maybe not. So every blockchain, every technology has their pros and cons, and you'll see that like through the Alley Cats. Me and my brother, we own a nonprofit where we teach kids how to code, and we teach kids about technology. Technology, like life, has trade-offs, and you have to understand that there are limitations to everything. Like Cardano's attempting to solve the trifecta, but there's a lot of things in life and in other spaces where they accept this as a problem and they identify it as a problem and they move past it. Like, hey, this is a problem, but we knew this going into it. This is nothing we didn't anticipate for. If you take off in a plane and it's very windy, expect turbulence, but there's nothing you're not going to get through.
Yo, to go on that nonprofit with the coding, my daughter, I've turned her into a gamer. I even got like a, you know what I'm saying, the first picture when I handed her the PlayStation controller right next to my desk, and you know what I'm saying, she's my ride or die and Apex Legends and all that stuff, and she loves Minecraft. She plays it in Roblox, and I've asked her not too long ago about getting into coding because I've seen some of the stuff that she's like interested in, and you just mentioned that. I just drove past this place down here in South Bay where I live called Code Ninja, and now you're talking about, you know what I'm saying, you guys have a nonprofit that teaches kids how to code. So if you can, man, if you can send me the information, I would definitely, you know what I'm saying, consider looking at y'all before, you know what I'm saying, I look at another coding service or something like that.
So, and we're, so Reddit, get with me offline about, I'm saying get with me, and I'm on that. DM us offline, and we'll talk and provide resources and whatnot.
Sounds good, Brody. Thank you.
Yeah, technology is literally a passion of ours. It's so powerful. You can do so many things with it. You can provide stuff to people that don't have things. Like, tech is fucking awesome if it's done right.
I even got she's even, my daughter's gonna be a I guess like a boss or game character or something like that in Eden 7's video. So like I'm getting her involved in the NFT scene in a way. So it's pretty cool, man. It's pretty dope.
That's awesome. I'm so happy to hear that. And look, you're solving a problem. We need more female gamers. We need the space to grow.
Yeah, bro. I created her IG for her Apex Legends clip, so I haven't added nothing to it for a while. But when I did, man, and once I like was commenting or letting people know how old she was, we were getting so many DMs like, "Yo, how the hell?" And at this time, she was 8. Like, how the hell is an 8-year-old going around like killing 2 whole squads in a single clip and just doing some of the crazy stuff she's done, bro? And she's actually, and she's not begged me, but she's asked me so many times to get her to show her Call of Duty, but I just haven't pulled the plug. It's like, yo, if I show you Call of Duty, you really gonna not be around.
Just DJing activities.
It's over. I might post some Call of Duty clips from my personal account. I'll tag you.
Dude, while we're already super off topic, Reddick, did you recommend the Red Rising book on Twitter? I can't remember. I want to say it was you. Someone recommended it. I could have swore it was you. I just finished listening to it this morning, but
you said Red Rising.
Red Rising, yeah.
No, unfortunately, no, that wasn't me.
All right, cool. I was like stalking your Twitter this morning. I was like, I'm pretty sure it was Reddick that recommended it, and yeah, sorry, we're already super off topic, so I was like, I'm just gonna ask now.
Yeah, we are. Well, a cool thing to bring us back on topic is maybe we have some giveaways for the space today. So, Tyler, you wanna speak on that? If we can do something for Malou here.
Well, we can obviously do something for one of the first people we've chosen to be a mod in our Discord chat.
That's not public information, but now it is. Hey guys.
Yeah, we want to give you some alley list for allowing us on your platform and speak, letting us leverage it and using it to speak to the community. So we'll get with you, and we're going to give you an amount, and you are free to do a giveaway, a raffle, or distribute those however you see fit. I'm sure you'll do it fairly too. So. Oh
yeah, I'll space it out and do it on Twitter and make it worth the exposure and the interaction with you guys and getting people to get eyes on Alley Katz for sure. But I appreciate it, man. That's I was not expecting that. Thank you guys so much.
No, that like we said, that old saying, real recognize real. Like, we really do want to cultivate this community and have the most positive and builders, really, people who are pushing and innovating in whatever way they see fit in the space, and those are the people we want to keep around us. And I think it's important to highlight people that help you on the way, and you're one of them. So that's the least we can do to show a small token of our appreciation.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. Look, guys, if I wasn't excited about your project before, I can't. I'm pretty sure a lot of people in this space now listening, and for the spaces to come that you guys are going to be talking in, we'll just learn that you guys are here to stay, and you guys are here to make a statement. And I'm excited about it. Just the few minutes we were just chilling and talking about gaming, like that kind of stuff is the kind of things that, like, you just, in Discord, just talking about just real life, and just, it's not always about floor prices. It's not always about how much I paid for this NFT or that. Like, just talking about IRL stuff and just being real and just being a DGen. I can see you guys cultivating a community and a brand that many people are going to be excited about and be excited to be a part of. And so I'm ready, man. I'm ready for you guys to hit the ground running. You guys already have, and just excited to see when you guys open up Discord, the community that piles in and gets behind you guys. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, and one of the last things I want to highlight, because you did mention it, like floor pricing and caring about that. That's another thing we spoke about. And Dave can attest to this. Running a company there are so many things that you have to worry about and account for, like tons of shit that you guys don't even see from Twitter, or maybe have no idea what's going on in the background, legal, not legal, like so many different things to try and control and worry about. We don't worry about things we cannot control. One of those things is the floor price of our project. We're never going to do a floor sweeping contest. Not that that's a bad thing, but that's just not something you're going to see us do or advocate for, because we're worried more about trying to provide value to the holders. Whatever you guys set that value at is completely on you guys. So That's one thing I just wanted to add.
I will say, this is the only time you'll hear me make this statement about floor, but if I see a cat on that floor listed way below, I'm buying it myself, because I'm taking as many as I can. Look at these things. They're so cute.
Yo, what's up, Jada?
A lot of people are not understanding what that means. That's actually something huge, because projects that try to do floor sweeping contests, they do that to manipulate floor prices and make people think that they have something actually going on, versus projects that say that we don't care what the secondary do. We're focused on what our roadmap is, and we're focused on actually building our project. That's the project that's going to have value in the long term. Is the project where the developers care about their project and not manipulating prices to make everybody think like, oh, we're some big successful project. Like, you can have a project that has floor price basically somewhat double what the mint price was, but the volume can be very low and it can still be a successful project because everybody's holding it.
Yep.
So that's why you'll see some of our stuff says no resale, because we don't care if you guys resell it. Like, that's not our business. We want our holders to be rewarded, though, and we want you to feel like this is a quality project. And that's the sentiment around that no resale. I think we have one on it should be on the shoebox, it's everywhere on the project, but I think for sure it might be on the shoebox. Like, that's what we mean. No resale anything. Like, the clothing, that's on you guys if you do. We don't, obviously it is what it is. I'm not going to tell you don't do it. But it's a natural part of the space that we accept and we love too. We love it. High sales and stuff. that shit's tight because that means the holder was rewarded. But like you said, we will never manipulate it or make it seem like there's more volume going on than there is, and we won't do any of that. But when you have a crazy sale, or when you sweep a lot of floor fucking cats, cool, great, because I'm glad you wanted to, and I'm glad you got that sale as well.
And one of the things, Slumber, I see your hand. One of the things I did want to say is like all these groups that were, or all these, Twitter spaces, sorry, brain fog, right? All these Twitter spaces that we've been going to and that we have planned, we plan to like tell them different things about the space and reward people and incentivize them to come to the space and hear us talk and probe and ask questions. As long as you're not malicious with intent. But one of the things that we wanted to share with this space is we're going to be having a community treasury, and I'm going to be seeding it with the last of my dollar cost average ADA. So I think I got like 1,000 ADA left or something, but that's going to go into the community treasury. And after all of our stuff is like paid off and stuff, you're going to see this treasury. It's just going to feel the destruction. It's going to be the funds that feel the destruction and keep this going.
Go ahead, Slumber.
I actually have a question for Dave. It's about Alley Cat. Did we ever figure out who won the 20 whitelist spots for Alley Cats?
Yeah, that's a good question. We had the Alley Cats team hooked us up with 20 whitelist spots. Something I was about to ask them on Discord is we had 25 unique wallets that participated in the raffle. So I was actually just going to ask you guys, the team, if we could just get 5 more. And we'll just give 25. We'll just give one away to each wallet that bought raffle tickets.
Of course, our man in the chair is listening right now, and he's already on it.
No, Dave, you can't have 5 more. You can have 3.5.
Excuse me. Sorry, Dave. No.
Of course.
Can I get an alley list as compensation since I didn't get to be a mod?
Compensation?
Oh.
Consolation, my bad.
Jada, you're on my whiteboard. We're watching you.
I know,
Closely.
I was told. If I wasn't on the terrorist watch list, then you guys wasn't doing your job, so I appreciate it.
All right, man.
I was going to say any last minute questions before.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. We're closing on almost 2 hours now. So yeah, if you have any last minute questions.
It's been a phenomenal space, and after this space, I'm gonna go get choked out in jiu-jitsu. So it'll be a phenomenal day.
Have you guys set a date for the Discord launch yet?
That'll be sometime
next week.
Yeah, sometime next week.
Look, Jada can't wait to wreak havoc. That's why he's asking.
No, I'm gonna be on my best behavior. I'm not trying to get kicked out of this one. I actually like this one.
He's a menace.
All right.
Yeah, man, this is a great space. Thank y'all for letting me up here chit chat with the Alley Cats. Alley Cats, y'all already know the vibes. Y'all got great energy, man. I'm looking forward to just seeing everything that's going to be coming with the project, and just hearing all the other spaces you guys are going to be on. Looking forward to having you guys coming up here on Waller Wednesday. So just greatly appreciate y'all's time.
Yeah, and it was a great hearing everyone's question, fielding all of those, and it was so cool to be able to meet you and D Clay at CNFT Con and Dave and all these people from the community, and put a face to it, and it's like, hey, we're here, we have our stake in the ground, we're building, we're not very big yet, but here we are, and this is what we're going to do. And we said that's what we're going to do, and now we're doing it. So it's so cool to see it go from Web 2 to Web 3, and all of you guys and gals come out and show face. This is awesome.
Yeah, so man, it was fun. I enjoyed it. Reddick, I just want to say, man, if you ever need a duo or a teammate in Apex, hit me up. All right, I'm not the greatest, but
oh, bro, Let's get it. Hey, man. Hey, a teammate is anything, bro. Just chatting and calling shit out and having fun, bro.
Yeah.
That's, you know what I'm saying? I get sweaty when I'm like by myself and all that stuff. But yeah, I just like the vibe and chill out, bro. But yeah, since I know you're on Apex, yeah, bro. It's a couple of homies. Taxi down there, audience, he plays Apex. Big Kahuna
Yeah,
plays Apex.
we got a couple
nice
in.
little clan. So,
Yeah, we got a
hit me with
couple
your,
in Derp Discord too that play Apex. So if you ever need,
Oh, hell yeah.
yeah.
Let's get it. You guys, what's everybody on mainly? PC? I'm on PS4.
I think a majority on PC.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's good that we got the whole cross-platform enabled stuff. So yeah, that's good. All right, bet that.
All
I
right.
got me excited. Let's get it.
All right, guys. Taylor, Tyler, man, thank you guys so much for jumping into space, and it's been a fun one. I really enjoyed it, and like I said before, I can't stress it enough. I'm excited for the things you guys got coming down the road, and for the mint and everything, and appreciate the kind words and the alley list. I'm looking forward to giving those away and seeing people excited to get those, and man, you guys got a lot of things in the works, and I can't wait for it. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in, for listening. If you are listening here, feel free to share so other people can hear about this awesome project that is launching. And man, it's one of those, like, there's very few projects that you're like, okay, people need to get behind this, right? There's some that have the hype, that have, you know, the outside shell of, oh yeah, this is going to be a cool project. No, these guys have a foundation already being built, and I'm confident in projects that have that kind of foundation, and so I feel confident in sharing it with people. Hey, look, you need to check out Alley Katz. So thank you guys so much, and man, any last words to leave the space with everybody listening? Is there anything you'd like to say?
Yeah, I want to say thank you to all the early supporters. Thank you to everybody who's been positive and asking these questions, and most importantly, doing their own research, because that is so important in Cardano. Mm-hmm. So coming to these spaces, listening to us speak, and asking every question to pick through this project. So there's not one stone unturned, except for the exciting ones that we're purposely leaving out. But I hope we answered everyone's questions. If you have any more, we'll be at more spaces. We have a Wallet Wednesday coming up, amongst a few other things. So please ask them, and we'll answer them to the best of our abilities. But thank you for all the support, and we think this is going to be great.
And I'll just leave it off with the same thing. Thank you for everyone showing up on this, Saturday. You could have been doing a lot more, a lot other things, right? But you decided to come to this space and hang out with us and hear us chit chat about the project. The last thing I will say is everything is something. So whether you're picking apart an image, you're looking at scenes, everything is something.
And thank you for giving us this platform to speak on.
Oh yeah,
really, we appreciate it.
Awesome, guys. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'm gonna end it here, but go check out Alley Katz. Be on the lookout for the Discord opening up later this week. You don't want to miss it. Be one of the first in there, and when you get in there, enjoy your time and connect with people and build that community, because it's gonna be a great one. Thank you guys so much. I am heading out. I have a little birthday party thing to go to, so I'll be heading out here soon. So thank you guys so much. Check out Alley Katz, and yeah, man, it's gonna be a fun one. And so don't miss out on that. And be on the lookout for any giveaways for Alley List. I'll definitely be doing that here soon. So appreciate you guys. Y'all have a great Saturday. The rest of your evening. Don't get beat up too much in your jiu-jitsu session, because we need you as a dev to continue your work. So take it easy out there. Y'all have a great one. Y'all have a great Saturday. And as always, be kind to one another. Guys, be positive on Twitter. There's no need for negativity. Share these projects with each other and be kind, and the space will go a great way because of that. So thank you guys. Y'all have a great day. Peace. Guys, thank you for listening and tuning in on YouTube. If you're still here and you haven't hit that like button, hit the like button. If you enjoyed the YouTube stream, please subscribe if you want to do that. I'll be doing this every Saturday, except for this Saturday. I will not be doing it this Saturday. I have a baby shower to attend, my own baby shower. So I won't be here this Saturday. I'll be following it up probably next Saturday, maybe, because I think the following Saturday I might be busy again. We'll see. But this Saturday coming up, I will not be doing a Twitter space or a YouTube stream. So for those that are listening or still watching, if you're still here, just be aware of that. But thank you guys so much. Appreciate you guys tuning in. And I'll be ending this stream as well. Like, subscribe if you want. I greatly appreciate it. It helps. And so, yeah, y'all have a great day and be safe out there, all right? Peace.